I am not very well put together today, but it's all good because the Dodgers won the freaking World Series, people. Back to freaking back, baby. In other news, we do have some cats out here, but not a lot. I'm not gonna lie. There's a limited kitty cat setup today. We've got Tatiana here. See Lil V. I think that's the minis, but I'm not sure. Just it's a little bit on the chilly side. There we got Big V. Heck to the yeah. I think it's Big V. Or no, it's Dick Grayson. What's up, Dick Grayson? Would you like to bring the other star students? I'm a little worried. I hope everybody's okay, but we can't feed the cats that aren't here. We can only feed who's here. All right, let's feed the kitties. So yeah, like I said, today I do apologize to every single one who decides to tune into the stream or watch it post facto. The audio sucks, I know. Oh no, it's all, yeah, I'm a little bit early for myself. Hey, Dick Grayson. But yeah, the audio is gonna be doo-doo caca today because I left my stupid I left my headphones at home. Knucklehead. And I also cannot seem for the life of me to find Dick Grayson. I cannot seem for the life of me to be able to find the little like USB-C thing that connects to my phone so that I can connect the good audio things. So yeah, we'll discuss that. We'll discuss that momentarily. Alright. Everybody file in. File in. 6 people watching, 5 likes. Everybody say hi. Elijah and Zoe the cat cannot monopolize the chat. Also say hi to Tatiana. She's very cute. Hey, Kate. Also, I find myself kind of curious because I only see 2 cats today. Granted, not Big V, Lil V. We saw Lil V, so there's 4 cats today. Let's put, how many containers of food should we put out today? 4? 6? Does 6 sound about right? 6 sounds about right to me. I like 6. A little bit on the chilly side right now, even though it's not especially like late. It's a little chilly for Los Angeles right now. Not like for those of you who actually live in like, you know, parts of the world that have 4 seasons, this is not cold at all. And I'm a big wuss for wearing a little like shell thing. But I am a Californian. My blood is weak. Speaking of Californians, yes, the Dodgers won the World Series, one of the best World Series that I've ever seen, and honestly, that Game 7, moments like that, it's like, how can you not get romantic about and love baseball? And maybe I'm a little biased because I played baseball for many, many years, including at the high school, and briefly at the college-ish level, not the college like NCAA level, the college club level, but still. Marble Cat incoming from the guy. He's actually, now, if only Big V would show up, that would be lovely. Because Big V would make Dick Grayson more friendly. Big V's my boy. But I guess he's not out right now. But at least Marble Cat, Dick Grayson, and Tatiana, right? You can't feed the cats that aren't here. You can only feed the cats that are here. Yeah. Anyway, back to the original thing. Yeah, that World Series was an all-timer in my opinion. I'm so glad that Yoshinobu Yamamoto won the MVP, because that was one of the most incredible efforts from a pitcher I've ever seen. And not just the World Series, but the postseason in general. The man in the year 2025, when pitchers do not pitch complete games, pitched 2 complete games in one postseason, including 1 in the World Series. And despite all that, had another win in the World Series, and also pitched the final few innings of Game 7. The incredible effort. And like, here's the thing. I was talking with a lot of my friends at work at Universal, because I was working a lot at Universal of late, as y'all know. But a large part of us were like, yeah, he's playing great, but Shohei's going to win it, because Shohei is the golden goose of Major League Baseball, and you cannot cook your golden goose. But no. The winner of the MVP for the World Series was the actual most valuable player of the World Series. Which is not to say that Shohei wasn't like incredible. He was. But Yamamoto was just playing out of his friggin' mind, and it was like, as somebody who loves baseball and loves pitchers and whatnot, it was incredible to watch. Tatiana! All right, and now we only have 2 people watching. Come on, people. We need to waken up the chat. Oops. I could do a better job of waking up the. Now we got 1 watching. What the heck is going on, people? Is the audio quality really that bad? So in other news, I know I'm technically a day behind, because I was supposed to go feed the kitties yesterday, and today was supposed to be our live from David's apartment, where we discuss the future of the channel and what we're doing from here. But I was really exhausted yesterday after Halloween Horror, so I decided to take a rain check and do everything a day later. So if y'all are cool with that, tomorrow at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, PST, we'll do the live from David's apartment, where we check in on the status of Dick Grayson, where we check in on the status of what the channel is going to be doing going forward, whether we're going to stay with these live streams or go to recorded stuff. And also, as Elijah reminded me of last week, we're also going to finally get around to discussing the 2,000 subscriber giveaway, because I did mention that in passing, but then I didn't give y'all any details, and y'all deserve details. Yeah, what Zoe the Cat said, if you're watching, post in the chat view. Hey, Lil V. Little menace to society V. Yeah, I don't know what's going on. Is the chat like people not watching today? I'm confused. But you know what? The same way you can. Yeah. Well, I mean, here's the thing. You can't make videos for the audience you wish you have. You can only make videos for the audience you have. So Elijah and Zoe the cat, this video is for y'all. This live is for y'all. So yeah, as I was saying, go Dodgers big time. Love it. Hopefully we repeat next year. In other news, Halloween Horror Nights has come to an end finally, and I'm not a moment too soon because I am exhausted. I am absolutely just Dunsky. Yeah. I mean, what the heck is going on? Who doesn't love kitties? Did I like set the privacy settings wrong or something? And like, this is not a public. This is a public video. I know I set it up as public. Not a whole heck of a lot of kitties today. There is that to be said, though. But hey, we've got Tatiana and Dick Grayson. That's what really matters here. An incoming not Big V, Little V. Run, Little V. There she goes. Run into the food, Little V. You'll love the food even more than you'll love the running. Nope, no food, just run. I wonder if somebody was here earlier in the night, because there's just not a lot of kitties tonight. Not a lot of activity tonight. But it's all right. As long as Tatiana gets to eat, that's very important to us. But yeah, the tentative plan, and as soon as I finish, hey, one of the prime ministers is there, Winston or Neville. Make yourself heard. Okay, I scared Tatiana away. Bad. But yeah, tomorrow I think tentatively 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. That was my usual live time prior to Halloween Horror Nights, and I think it splits a decent. It's probably the most equitable, as it were, to everybody because it's 2 p.m. Pacific Time, it's 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, it's sometime in the morning in Australia. I just don't know, to be honest with you, because y'all international dateline kind of messes me up. And let's see what else. And it's gonna be like between 10 and midnight in Europe. I think that's the most equitable way to do things. So yeah, once I finish this stream, we'll set up that live for tomorrow. It's gonna be an at-home live. Whether the audio quality will be better than this stream, I don't know, bros, because no, it'll be better, but yeah, whatever. Let me consolidate the cans so that the cats who are a little worried by my presence over here will come in and eat. So I'll check back in with chat in a minute or two. Come on, Winnie. I see you, Winston. What's up, Tong Tong? Thank you for stopping by, man. In other news, cats. Today, it seems they don't want to come to the food, so I will bring the food to them. I hope this goes well. There we go. All I needed to do was to move it a little closer to safety. Look, he didn't never come out. What do you know? Incredible, y'all. Incredible, y'all. I move excuse me, I move the food over there and they all come out. Love it. All right, let me consolidate this. Neville's doing a little work as the usual. So, I don't buy them on a per can basis, to answer your question. I buy the Friskies. It's Friskies cat food, and I buy it in a 30 cans box, and it costs about $30 a box. So it's about $1 a can, because math is a strong suit of mine. But yeah, it's about $1 a can. Which, I mean, it's not great, but it could be a lot worse. And it, like, you know, like I've said many times, it's worth it to me to give the kitties the food. And, you know, and also, you know, I'd be remiss if I didn't say, you guys help me out so much via channel memberships, super thanks, PayPal and Venmo donations. Like, it all helps me pay for the cost of the cats. You know, and in other news, like I've said many a times, I've quit nicotine. I don't really drink. This is, you know, I do smoke weed, but this is my primary vice. I spend way too much money on a monthly basis on kitty cat, and if that's my like major vice, I'm not complaining at all. And I'm sure my better halves are not complaining, because not to put too fine a point to it, but if you're gonna have a pussy addiction, it should be this, not being a sex addict. And I know that was a banger of a punchline. Like the video for that one. Yeah, I do indeed, Tong Tong. As a matter of fact, the reason I found this, yeah, the reason I found this colony is because one of my favorite weed shops is actually across the street. And one day I just was one day in 2022, I was coming out of the weed shop from buying weed, and I was like, holy smokes, lots of cats. And that's when I found these guys. That's when I first met Baby Blue and Tatiana and Big V and Fats. In fact, every single cat that you see in the frame right now, I have known for 3 years now. Pretty cool. Yeah, fortunately in the state of California, they've actually started to come around to the fact that everybody and their mother smokes weed. Well, except for my mother, but a lot of people's mothers and they smoke weed, and you could get more. Yeah. On the other hand, the one time I was in India, Tong Tong, I did smoke some weed in Mumbai that was like local, and that was some of the worst weed I've ever smoked in the history of mankind. It was brown, dude. Um, somebody, and I know Tong Tong is going to get this, and I know this is not the greatest word that it was ever said in that area, but somebody in a bar called me a chutia for smoking weed inside the bar, and that wasn't very nice. But yeah, I can only hope that, you know, my hope has been for years. Yeah, Mumbai is quite the situation. Yeah, it it's so weird. I'm waiting for it to be federally legal, and I've had my hopes up that it would be federally legalized for so long, and it just hasn't happened yet. But I continue waiting patiently. Um, Yeah, and I mean, same, kind of similar situation here, Zoe the cat, where like if you grow more than you're legally allowed to, you can get in big trouble. Um, that it's not always the case that trouble happens like that. Hey, it's Jamie and Pauline. Run away, Neville. All right, guys, here's the situation. I'll be right back. I'm going to go check in on the Fats colony to see if there's any activity over there, because if so, we'll go and check in on them, but if... Oh, I get it. I mean, it's the same thing in California, where if you grow it yourself, you don't pay anything other than the cost of the seeds, you know? And, like, there's a lot of dispensaries in the state, which will, like, if you spend 50 bucks if you spend 50 bucks on product, they'll give you like a bag of seeds for an extra $1 or something like that. Like, I've got a bunch of bags of weed seeds in my apartment. I just haven't germinated them because I have the opposite of a green thumb, to be honest with y'all. Like, I've tried to grow weed before, and every single time when it starts to go to the flower stage, it's just stuff starts dying on me, and it's bad. But yeah, same situation. Actually, my ex-girlfriend, in her mother. That's a good one, Elijah. But yeah, my ex-girlfriend, her mom lived not too far from here, actually, but her mom's next door neighbor was a big weed grower, and he would have so many plants growing outdoors. Like literally, as it came to harvest season, the weed plants would be like curving over the fence and into my ex's mom's house, and I'd be like, "Hey, it's over the property. That's technically yours." And she'd be like, "Oh hell no, I ain't doing that. That's a weed grower's property. I don't care about technicalities. He'll shoot me." Also, he's a bit of a pedo. Um, I've noticed that in other parts of the world. Like, here's the thing: industrial hemp is grown way more than weed, and it's everywhere. But yeah, I just don't understand. Anyways, give me a second, y'all. I'm gonna leave the camera here so we can record these kitty cats. Hopefully they come out in my absence because I won't be like that. But I'm gonna go check in on the fats colony and see if there's any activity there. Be right back. When I leave, Chris the cat comes out, and then he runs away when I get back. All right, guys. Have a great night, Zoe the cat. Thank you for stopping by, man. In other news, guess who's at the Fats colony? If you guessed Fats, you guessed right. Let's go check in on the dude. Hey, Pete. All right, let's... Diggy, diggy hole. Diggy, diggy hole. Oh, there's so much, too much extra food here. I think Fats is going to have to deal with one of these containers because... Oh, look, it's Boozy the cat. She's finally showing up. Alright, well, yeah, we're going to leave 2 here. I'll take 1 to Fats. Sounds good? Always good. I'll take the juicy one to Fats. He likes the juice. Woo-wee! Digging a hole, diggy, diggy hole. All right. Let's go say hello to Fats. Assuming he's still there. Where's little V go? Little V! There she is. Alright, let's go check in on Senor Fats. I'm also excited that Fats is here because at least I get pets from one cat, assuming Fats is feeling friendly today. All the time, Tong Tong, I actually have clinical depression, so I'm depressed all the time. Yeah, I actually have I have actually been prescribed antidepressants since I was very not old. So yeah. On the list of psychiatric on the list of David Ramon's psychiatric conditions, I'm rocking a full deck. I've got depression, I've got anxiety, and I've got ADHD. That's my trifecta of mental illnesses that are annoying. My kitties are going to check in on fats. You know, but I'm also very vocal about the fact that, especially as men, we should be more aware of our mental health. We should talk more openly about it, and we should go to therapy. There he is, Fats. And Napoleon. Let's feed them both. To be honest with you, Tong, it's not something you can get rid of, depression. It's something that you manage. Meow. Meow. Hey, Fats. Fats, you've always got so much to say. Meow. But like, you learn basically. It's very important to try and teach yourself coping skills. Good boy, Fats. Hey, Polly. Boink. So yeah, so here's the thing. First off, I don't get upset at myself. Every now and then, you're allowed to be depressed. Like, you cannot let it become chronic. You can't become a couch potato, but you are occasionally allowed one day off where you're like, I gotta call in sick. I'm not feeling well. I'm depressed. I'm feeling bad about life right now, and that's all. And that's where we're at. Yeah, Fats is probably one of the most adoptable cats in feraldom, except for the fact that every now and then, out of nowhere, he'll decide to just straight up attack you with either his mouth or his paws. And it friggin' hurts. But yeah. Yeah, I'm a big Fats fan. Fats actually used to live at the main colony, but then he got scared away by Marble Cat. So now he lives here. There we go. He does not like to be picked up. He's also gonna come and attack me now. Certified Opa. Yeah, you see, he just did an attack. Y'all didn't see it, but this little troublemaker just went swatted at my feet, or at the cat. Sir, food has been arrived. Is it not delicious? So yeah, I do quite love Fats. The reason I don't adopt him is because he's extremely healthy overall, and whenever I'm able to get him off the streets, he will find a home fairly quickly. In fact, I've had people message me on Instagram before and be like, "I want to adopt Fats," and then they backed out. But to be honest with you, in retrospect, I'm glad that they backed out, because like, look, Fats is still. Like, it's the same way with, like, you guys, some of you guys will remember this, and a lot of the newer folks like Tong will not have been here for this, but many months back, somebody contacted me on Instagram and was willing to adopt baby Blue, and I was willing to give
Baby Blue to them, and then they ghosted me. And I was super upset about that when it happened, but in retrospect, it was one of the best things that could have happened. Oh, that's the worst, Tong Tong, when someone poisons cats. That's so messed up. Those people will burn in hell. But yeah, in retrospect, I'm glad that adoption fell through and that I got ghosted, because A, Baby Blue had some fairly serious conditions, namely the chlamydia, that would have been a nightmare for someone to just adopt him off the streets. Number two, it ended up with me getting Baby Blue, which has been just wonderful. I love having Baby Blue in the apartment with me. It's great. But yeah, so now that Halloween Horrors has come to an end, and we'll discuss this more at length tomorrow during the at-home stream. But yeah, now that Halloween Horrors has come to a close, I would like to step up my efforts to find my foster cats their forever homes. And once I've found them forever homes, I want to start working with Fats, with Big V. These are cats that, like, if I can, and what else? And Marble Cat, previously, Fats, where you going, man? We do not. So what we do, oftentimes when you adopt cats from shelters or whatever, there is an adoption fee. But as far as taking cats off the streets, like Baby Blue cost me, he cost me a lot of money to take him to the vet and all that, but like, as far as like adoption fee or stuff, no, there's none of that. There's none of that for street cats. You don't have to, like, and as a matter of fact, there's currently a community cat program in the city of Los Angeles where they'll actually pay you to take cats and get them either spayed or neutered. Not that they pay you personally, but they will give you vouchers that will cover all your costs. Now, I used to do a lot more TNR. I don't have as much time as I had previously, but I still, I'd like to get back into it for sure. But for me, more important than TNR right now is that I have this colony where, and this colony and satellite colonies thereof, like the Fats colony, the satellite colony I consider of the main colony. But, I've got all these pets that are like, that I've got all these animals that I've gone through the effort to, make them so they're very cute, like young Fats. I can't keep them all though, unfortunately, so we're gonna have to do something about that. That's been the hardest part about this channel, honestly, is that I get all these cats to like me and to be like more trusting of human beings, and then it's very hard to get them off the streets unless I take them off the streets personally and keep them, which at some point is just not affordable. And I'm kind of at that point, because currently there's 8 cats in my apartment. Now, granted, 3 of them are fosters, but I've been unable or unwilling, or getting all those doors, to find them home. So, I'm still paying for them with cash money, and cash money is real. Bonk, can I have a bonk? Hey! What the heck was that about, dude? See? He's real cute, but he can be a real asshole at times. That's right, Fats, you're cute, but you're also kind of an asshole. Like, some of my most viewed short videos are actually Fats being an asshole to me for no good reason. No good reason, Fats. Yeah, okay, big stretch. You're very cute. We got poor Napoleon in the back, hasn't even paid attention to us. Mr. Bats? Look at that. What, dude? Hey, you have food right there. You have food right there. Food right here. Food right here. Food right here. Eat it. Nope. Attack David instead. Woo, woo, woo. Hey, I'm watching you. Don't be a douche canoe. Yeah, okay. Ow! Suddenly you're suffering. Ow! I'm fat. Life is hard for me. Ah! There you go, sir. Eat it and shut up. Oh, now you want this one. You can't have both, dude. You cannot have both. Absolutely not. Do you want this one or do you want that one? You can only have one. The other one is for Napoleon, sir. Alright, so you want that one. Or do you want this one? You're confusing the shit out of me, dude. Do you want this one? You want it under the zip? Maybe? Bro, what the shit is the situation right now? Okay, we got Napoleon eating, and Napoleon is not happy about something. Napoleon and Fats are not friends, I can tell. That was a loud scream. All right, guys, eat, 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 sleep, be happy. Oh, but there's one thing I forgot, Tong Tong. There's one thing I forgot. We don't pay tax, but what we do pay is, because this is the United States, you gotta keep in mind, taxation is something we don't like unless it's taxing the poor. What we do like is paying money to our corporate overlords. So while I don't pay tax on the pets, I do pay $150 in pet rent every month to my landlord, because that's where we're at right now in America. Believe me, I'd much rather pay like a registration fee to the government and then not have to pay pet rent, but apparently that's not an option. On the other hand, my landlord doesn't ask too many questions. My pet rent is $150 for 3 cats. That's $50 an animal, and there's actually 8 cats. So
So yeah, it is a lot, but it could be so much worse if I had to pay 50 times 8, which is $400 a month in pet rent. So yeah, 150 is not great, but 400 is way worse. Dude, stop circling around me and go eat, my brother. Fats just wants to chill with me. Go eat, dude. Food is right there. Look. Food. It's like the dry food, but it's wet. Come pues. Gracias, güey. Cállate, tu pinche bote. Cuídese, pa. No. Mira. Hey! Ow, that would legit hurt, dude. Dude, you gotta stop this behavior. I gave you food. Look, food. Yum. It's food-like. Here, put it next to the water. Jesus, you're an asshole sometimes. Oh, now you're in trouble now. This little jerk face is being a jerk face, so he got moved over there. Meow. Stop being an asshole. Go. Food and water. I'm Fats. I'm an asshole. Fat hole. That's all good. I'm leaving, dude. I love you, Fats. I love you, dude. Even when you're a jerk face, I still love you. But you need to not be a jerk face. That's right. Don't be a jerk face. Look, you're the cute. You're like, everyone thinks you're cute. Everyone thinks you're adorable. I like you a lot. He likes me, but he's just a jerk face. I don't have any patience for the jerk faces. But yeah, I know he likes me. He's a very good boy. He used to be like when he lived at the main colony, he would monopolize all my attention. He'd like push Baby Blue and Big V out of the way. Look, this guy is an absolute friggin' like, Fats is if there was ever a cat straight out of Central Casting, it's this one right here. He is straight out of Central Casting. Like, it's ridiculous how hilarious he is sometimes. But he's also an asshole. His cuteness notwithstanding, his amazingness notwithstanding, he's an asshole. And that's okay. I still love him. I still want the best for him. This isn't like he's this isn't like an uncurable asshole. This isn't like a bad cat asshole. He's just he's very excitable, and he likes to let you know that. And he let you know that by swatting you in the leg, which does hurt and occasionally bleeds. But he doesn't know his own strength. Senor Fats. Meow. Okay, dude, I gotta go home.
It's 10:30. I missed having dinner with my mom. Not that I'm terribly upset about that, but I'm not thrilled about that either. Bye, dude. All right, dude. You coming home with me, man? I'm in the car. See? Excuse me. Car's on. Last chance. I'll flip you for it. Okay, too late. He's like, let me in the car. I want to be in the car. Okay, bum boy, go eat. Go eat. Sorry, my windshield is disgusting. Not the end of the world. He's a well taken care of cat. Mr. Fats. At least he's got that tail nice and high in the air, as it should be. Uh-oh. 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 You know what? One thing we are... Yeah, I can tell you'd rather eat on this side of the fence, so I put the food on this side of the fence. Ba-bam. Napoleon is no longer eating, but fortunately, Fats is eating. I'm sure Napoleon will return to his food momentarily as well. Okay. Alright, y'all. Okay, friends. To each and every one of you who start... Yeah. Me too, Tong Tong. That's why I got back out of the car, because I'm like, what is this troublemaker about to do? But then I'm like, no, we can solve all our problems non-violently. Yeah, and considering Fats is extremely strong and Napoleon isn't, it would have been like the frickin' Jake Paul, Mike Tyson fight, where Fats just makes it look like he's just absolutely punking and abusing poor Napoleon. Anyways, that was avoided, which is good, because we don't want kitty-on-kitty violence if we can afford it, or if we can avoid it. Anyways, let's wrap this sucker up right now. To everyone who everybody who stopped by, thank you so much for stopping by. For the people who are active in the chat, Elijah, Tom Tom, Zoe the cat, thank you guys so much. You, like, believe me, I love doing this, and I'll do it either way, but when the chat is active, when we're having fun, that's my favorite kind of stream. So thank you to all three of y'all especially. And let's see. As soon as I finish the stream, I'm not going to do it while I'm driving, because that would be unsafe, but as soon as I get home and get my ducks in a row, I suppose, I'll set up the stream for tomorrow. Like I said, it's going to be at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, because we're no longer in Daylight Savings Time. It's going to be 2 p.m. PST, Pacific Standard Time. And we will discuss the future of this channel as far as how many videos are going to be live and how many are going to be just straight uploads in the future. We're also going to discuss the 2,000 subscriber any potential future live streams where we go on a super fun expedition to cool shit in California. Because to be honest with y'all, I've loved the work of Halloween Horror. I've loved the money that came with it. I love that I seemingly impressed a lot of people in management, and I like made myself look good in a way that I think will help my career. But it's been far too long without a trip into the California desert to look at some historical crap. So let's go do that. So yeah, we'll discuss the planning on that one. We'll discuss yeah, like I said. So yeah, those three things. We'll discuss the channel directions moving forward. We'll discuss the 2,000 sub giveaway, and we will discuss the upcoming live stream to somewhere in the deserts of California to have some unstructured urbex type fun. And on that bombshell, it's time to end. Thank you very much for watching. Goodbye. Oh my God, I just did the Top Gear outro. Perfect verbatim. Let's go!